Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your astrological predictions for February 2025. Let's see what's going on in the sky over the next month and how it may be affecting those of you that have a very strong Virgo placement in your chart. This is going to be a very transformative month for you, Virgo, and I look forward to digging into the transits. So let's get started. Let's see. First and foremost, the sun, the sun's journey. The sun is going to be journeying through your sixth house in the sign of Aquarius until the 18th, where the focus will shift to the seventh house as it moves into the sign of Pisces. So, with the sun in Aquarius for the first 18 days of the month, there's going to be a focus, Virgo, on your daily work, your health, and your routines. This is a very comfortable energy for you. This is an energy where you are used to making those adjustments as necessary. So this particular time is going to favor that you reassess your daily habits and find an innovative way to streamline those work processes, because Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, which is the energy of freedom and rebellion. And so innovation is strongly favored whenever we have Aquarius energy. So there's going to be a focus on your health routines. You may feel prompted to make a change in your diet, your exercise, or even the way that you manage your stress in the month of February. February will also favor making practical adjustments. So you may have to reorganize your workspace or adopt a new method for tackling your everyday tasks. On February the 8th, the sun in Aquarius will be sextile to Chiron, our wounded healer. This is going to bring a gentle healing influence to help you address any long-standing work-related stresses or health-related issues to allow you to make improvements in your life. So then we see the sun is going to shift into Pisces on the 18th, as we said, moving into your seventh house. The seventh house is that house of partnerships, marriage, close one-on-one relationships. So this will be following Valentine's Day. On the 18th is when it shifts into that relationship dynamic. The spotlight will be go from your daily routines to how you interact with your partner or your business partners or those that are closest to you. You're going to be encouraged to find greater harmony and balance in these relationships towards the end of the month. And you may even reevaluate your commitments on both a business and personal level and establish clearer boundaries when they're needed. Insights into the earlier self-care can now be applied to how you're relating to others as well. So that sun in Aquarius energy can help you in how you're relating to others in the sun when the sun is in Pisces, assuring that your personal well-being supports healthier relationships. So this is really fantastic. I like that. Mercury. People either love or hate Mercury. Everybody focuses on Mercury retrograde. Well, let's focus this time on Mercury in Aquarius. So we are heading back to that sixth house, back to those routines until when? Valentine's Day, February 14th. So Mercury is going to make your mind geared towards solving problems and analyzing all of those things that we talked about with regards to the sun, your personal routines, your health routines, your work routines, your habits, things of that nature. Mercury is going to help you with that brainstorming energy that we talked about of finding innovative ways forward. It's also going to help you when networking within the workplace also, because Mercury favors communication, and it's going to favor communication with your colleagues to spark some new ideas to help you to fine-tune those routines. Now, February the 3rd, which is just on Monday, there's going to be Mercury trine Jupiter. This is a super optimistic energy for you, Virgo. It's going to broaden your perspective. It's going to help you to potentially learn new skills or consider it a good time to learn new skills and see how you can expand your career realm in February. Now, Mercury moves into Pisces, where communication is going to become way more intuitive and emotionally in tune. Pisces favors emotional connection and they're very intuitive. So expect deep, heartfelt dialogues at the end of the month. Conversations with partners and close associates, because we said it's in the 7th house, right? Is going to carry a lot more empathy and subtle insights into how you can make improvements on these relationships. It's going to be a very good time for you to negotiate any long-term commitments and resolve any kind of misunderstandings that you and these people have had. So this is a very favorable energy for you at the end of February. Mercury will be conjunct Saturn on February the 25th. And that's going to encourage some serious disciplined discussions about your commitments. There is the potential that this could feel uncomfortable because Saturn is our taskmaster, Saturn is our teacher. And so the energy of Saturn can feel very heavy, very serious. Just go with the flow the best you can on February the 25th, Virgo, okay? Mercury is going to be sextile Uranus on February 27th. Expect sudden flashes of insight, innovative ideas on how to move your partnerships forward. So that looks really good too. Let's talk about Venus, the planet of love, but they're also the planet of money. So Venus is going to be in Pisces just for a few days at the very beginning of the month, and then they shift into Aries. So while we could be talking about this beautiful energy of Venus and Pisces for you, it's only going to last for a few days. So let's not even bother focusing on it at the moment. For the first few days, you can really connect with your partner, business or otherwise, those that you're closest to, in a very loving, sweet way. But be careful not to idealize those connections. All right. When Venus shifts into Aries on February the 4th, it's going to be moving into your 8th house. The 8th house can be a little bit scary for some people. This is the house of shared resources, physical intimacy, and transformations. It's also a house that brings endings. So as it shifts into the 8th house, what this means for you, Virgo, is that you're going to be encouraged to take a really bold stance regarding your personal values and how you share resources with other people. Relationships may take on a more dynamic, sometimes confrontational quality that will lead to personal empowerment. So you're going to have to be careful about that. You're not going to want to put off those relationships that we were talking about, especially when there's that focus on the ones that are closest to you. Towards the end of the month, you will still be under Venus and Aries at that time. So try not to be as confrontational as this energy could present, and take a pause when you communicate with your loved ones. On February the 7th, Venus will be sextile Pluto. Pluto it's a very deep introspective energy. You know, this particular planet causes you to look deep, look at your fears, look at the unknown, look at those subconscious hurdles that keep getting in your way. And so this particular transit on February the 7th will deepen your financial and emotional connections and bring transformative insights on how you value these connections, and also regarding the power dynamics in your relationships. And that may come through exposing internal fears and subconscious worries. So just be prepared. It's a very positive influence, though. Now let's talk about Mars. Venus and Mars is like the two planets of love. Mars is going to be in Cancer, and that's going to be influencing your 11th house. And the 11th house is the house of networking, social interactions, long-term hopes and goals. It's a really great energy for you because if there have been any kind of delays or frustrations in collaborating projects or social initiatives, it's because Mars has been retrograde, and Mars will continue to be retrograde until February 23rd. Expect some delays, but after February 23rd hits and as you move into March, you're going to see this movement again on collaborative projects and any social initiatives you have. It's going to be a really good time for you to re-examine your role within your social circle, within organizations, and to determine if they're in alignment with your long-term vision. So keep that in mind for February. Mars is going to be square Chiron on February the 3rd, so early February. Old wounds regarding group betrayals or feeling as if you just don't belong may surface. Don't worry, it's in order to bring about an opportunity for healing. Mars is going to be trine Saturn on February the 9th. This is a stabilizing energy. It's very positive for you. It will help you to establish more structured and realistic goals with regards to your social circles. The post-retrograde energy that we see after the 23rd, there could be a burst of social energy at the very end of February. Just be aware of that. You could feel very content, which is great, and you can start to see some movement as we discussed earlier. We have Jupiter in Gemini. That's going to be in your 10th house. The 10th house is the house of career and public image. So it's going to influence your professional aspirations and reputation. So what does this mean to you, Virgo? Well, expect opportunities for growth with regards to being recognized for the work that you do, and also expect new ventures on the work front. This is a very optimistic energy, although it will be retrograde at the very, very beginning of the month. Jupiter is going direct on the 4th. And that's going to bring increased confidence in the area of your career and increased confidence in how you feel you are being perceived publicly in the workplace. So that's really fantastic for you, Virgo. Ooh, Saturn, the taskmaster. Let's talk about him for just a moment. Dear old Saturn, the teacher. You know, if only he had a cute little teacher's glasses, it might be easier to handle. But Saturn has all those rings around him instead. Saturn's transit through the sign of Pisces is going to be affecting the 7th house. So here we are, back to the seriousness and responsibilities with regards to your closest relationships. Long-term commitments are going to be re-examined. We're going to see that energy. You're going to be re-examined to see if they're being built on a solid and sustainable foundation. You may have to look at your foundation and see if there needs to be any adjustments that will be made in the near future. The influence of Saturn on these one-on-one relationships is also going to have you looking at your emotional needs, whether or not those needs are being met, whether or not you're meeting the needs of your partner, etc. So a strong, thoughtful energy with regards to Saturn. Uranus, the planet of freedom and rebellion, is going to be in your 9th house of higher learning, philosophy, and long distance travel. The 9th house also involves exotic things and exotic cultures. And so don't be surprised if you find yourself, doing a little bit of research on different cultures, things of that nature. You may get some sort of unexpected breakthrough with regards to your belief system also, because that is also favored in the 9th house. So any kind of sudden impulses you get to explore something new educationally or with regards to travel, that is because of this Uranus energy. Uranus is also going to challenge you to break free from some outdated ideas and adopt kind of a more progressive and innovative perspective on some of the bigger questions of life. Neptune is going to be in Pisces in your 7th house. This is going to be, enhancing that sort of dreamy energy that you're going to be seeing in the 7th house in the month of February. So don't be surprised if your relationships kind of take on more of a mystical quality to them. That's gonna be lovely. You'll be attracting people that resonate with you on a soul level. But be careful because this energy can also make things look much better than they happen to be and cause unrealistic expectations. So you'll want to try to stay grounded as much as you can when it comes to relationships. Pluto is going to be in Aquarius. Pluto, as I said, it's an introspective energy. So it's going to be in your house of daily routines and health. So it can help you to release old habits that no longer serve you, that could be from fears or some sort of subconscious roadblock that you've placed to prevent yourself from moving forward. You can now release those in order to make good changes in your life. Let's see, what else do we have? So the lunar node is going to be in Pisces, and it's going to be retrograde for the entire month. So we're going back to your seventh house. Everything's pointing back to your seventh house here, Virgo. This is going to invite karmic reflection on your partnerships. So what is the balance between give and take in your relationships? Do you need to set some intentions for future growth based on past lessons, things of that nature? Black Moon Lilith is going to be in Libra in your second house, which is going to challenge you to confront some of those issues regarding your personal values and resources. So that's important to note as well. Financial and material security are going to be highlighted with that transit. Chiron in Aries is still in Aries. Let's clarify that. Chiron was in Aries in January. Chiron is in Aries in February. And this is going to highlight those old wounds with regards to intimacy, shared resources, things of that nature. We have a full moon in Leo on February the 12th. The full moon in Leo will be in your 12th house. This is that house where we have all of our subconscious beliefs. There's a desire for a need for solitude. It's also where things are hidden that may come to light through a sudden insight, things of that nature. And this will be a time where you may want to kind of retreat from, being front facing with everybody and just kind of like spend some time in solitude. Be careful that this full moon does not bring up any self-sabotaging habits or any deeply buried stress or old fears. If it does, it's time to let those go. The new moon will be in Pisces on February the 27th. Once again, back to relationship energy. This is where you'll want to set your intentions for how you want your close relationships to evolve as you move into March. The new moon energy lasts for 28 days, so you have an opportunity to make some adjustments in those relationships. Mercury will be sextile Uranus on the 27th. This is going to be a supportive energy with regards to these relationship dynamics. So that is what I have for you for February 2025, Virgo. I hope that this is of help to you. I wish you well in February 2025. And mahalo nui loa for being here today. I truly appreciate and value that. Love and light. Love and light, my dears. Kiss, kiss from Ocean. And I shall see you again soon. Ta-ta for now.